Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
I've never felt this trashy before.
Yeah, you have. when you eat inside Taco Bell,
No.
that's more trashy.
You know what? I feel better about Taco Bell. Found out yesterday. My wife told me when I walked in. First thing she told me, even before she said I love you or hi or any of that, she said, "Did you hear Dolly Parton and her husband love Taco Bell?" And I was like, "They're good people."
Old white rich people love fast food.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
They do. They really
it's
do.
weird.
They love Checkers and rallies and
It's
Taco
weird.
Bell. Yeah.
I don't know why they love
love
fast
it.
food.
Feel like they're still
The-
one of the people, you know?
The only people that
Or
eat
Jerry
inside
Jones.
a Taco Bell, there's only two people that eat inside a Taco Bell still. One is me. The other are old people. Me and like 50 old ladies, and they order. They're like, "What did you get?" "I got a soft taco," and they only get one. It's one soft taco and a small Pepsi. It's like three. It's like her whole meal is $1.15.
Like, I feel like old rich people like fast food more than old poor people. For whatever reason, that's weird to me.
I've also find that
Old poor people cook. You're right. Old poor people cook. Old rich people Taco Bell.
Yeah, like I think that's the thing.
I have noticed old rich people also buy Publix brand items more than anyone else.
Old rich or old poor?
Both. Like if you're old or you're rich and white, you're buying Publix brand.
Generics.
Like
They like to support Publix.
Well,
Yeah,
Publix
yeah.
is rich though. I mean, it's like it's expensive. I don't know
It
if
is
you guys
expensive.
like you
Even
guys,
their generic brand is
Look,
expensive.
I like Publix. I'm not anti-Publix. I will say that over in the last year and past the pandemic, I feel like, and this is a hot take. Is it a hot take? What is it? A Wednesday? Hot take Wednesday? I feel like pub subs are a little overrated. I feel
Agreed.
like there's been a bit of a decline there. I feel like, and where they've really lost their way a touch.
They got so much hype that they were like, you know what, we'll pull back.
Yeah,
a
they
little
did,
bit. Yeah.
and they did pull back a little bit. The freshness of their bread.
Oh, the bread sucks now.
Freshness of the bread is it's on the
And you
decline.
can only get two options.
It's on the decline. I'll tell you,
I
who's
can't
got-
even get wheat.
You know who's got their bread dialed in? Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's got the
Ooh,
bread
yeah.
dialed in,
We're getting those tomorrow.
and they slice that meat right in front of you. And my daughter says her two favorite restaurants: Hooters, Jersey Mike's.
Interesting.
I'm with Publix. I want them to.
Oh my
give
God,
us
Dan,
money.
so embarrassing. He name dropped over at the service desk. Tom did.
Why?
He says, "We know Jordan."
What? When I went to get my
Because
carrot cake,
she thought we were scamming the system trying to get all these lottery tickets.
I
Well,
went to get one
that's-
piece of
okay.
carrot cake because I'm not drinking. I had a sugar freak out, and every morning I start my day with a giant glass of sugar water and a full cake. I eat a full cake every morning because I'm freaking the F out. I have no sugar
I
in
saw
my
you,
body.
I saw you
Look at
eating
this.
that full cake.
Look at
I
that.
was
There's
like,
a full cake right
why
here.
are you eating
That's
a
all.
cake?
I ate a full cake for breakfast. I'm freaking out. I haven't had alcohol in 211 days, and I'm literally losing my gut. I'm an alcoholic, and the only thing I can have is cake, and I ate a whole carrot cake. I freaked the F out. Losing my mind. It was delicious too. My God, to get that sweet sugar, chase that dopamine, baby. I got that. I got to ride that dopamine right to the sun.
When I saw you eating the cake,
I
was
ate
like,
it fast too. Like I was
going
wolfing.
crazy.
I was wolfing it fast. Like yeah, like a Viking rowing a boat. I was pushing the cake into my mouth.
So a couple things.
Oh my God, I'm crying a little bit. I think I'm having a freak out.
We're buying a ridiculous amount of lottery tickets to give out for BDM Appreciation Week because Eric is mailing out over 1,000 thank you cards. Was
to the
prizes
wrong
inside
addresses
there.
too, because
No,
I
they're
dropped the Excel files and everything's mixed up. Everything's like 52 card pickup now with the addresses.
I
It's a
could've-
mess.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah, well, some of these are just going to random address.
No.
123 blah 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 street. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
We checked it, but they were wrong.
We checked it. They're wrong.
I'm not lying when I say these
No,
things.
they're right now. Anyway, so
fixed it.
Well, the 6 we checked are right.
So first off, the super nice girl behind the counter was
Old teens. 2 old teens.
Because I was like, how many lottery tickets can I buy? Like, I need to buy like 600 or 750. You know,
Did
like,
you see the look of concern in her face when you said that?
and she's like, well, you can buy them by the book, right? And then I got something about that too.
Lottery
And- but
people don't read books.
She also said, well, I gotta just make sure you're not buying them for some sort of telemarketing scam. And
Well, how are you going to prove that?
well,
And what does she
first,
care?
well, I guess it's illegal to buy like I guess telemarketing scammers buy a bunch of gift cards. And well, it was the gift cards,
Well,
right?
we were buying everything that was suspect. We were standing in line. We're
the
dressed
scratch
like,
offs didn't matter. It was the gift card.
was
we
the
were,
gift cards
We were
that-
buying
yeah.
a stack of like $500 worth of gift cards, random ones, and she's like, "Is this for a telemarketing scam?" And I was like, "What is
Yes,
that?"
it is. Ah, put them back. Put them back.
Wait, at
put 'em
first,
back.
I
put 'em
wouldn't.
back.
If it was, I wouldn't tell you. But also, what is the gift card telemarketing scam thing.
Should we be doing that instead of rewarding our listeners? I feel like we should.
Like, what part of the gift card telemarketing scam is the scam?
And we gotta
because you're loading money on the gift card,
Right.
so
Unless you're using it as like it's what business people call a loss leader. So I'll give you a $50
Hold
gift
on,
card.
pause. I've never heard that term before.
Write that down.
And we know the most of business being a job, so
But like it's basically a spend money to make money. So if I'm trying to
that
scam
down.
you and I give you a $50 gift card, then you're immediately going to think, oh, this can't be a scam. I just got a $50 gift card. Let me go ahead and give you my information.
okay. So but it seems like your information's worth less than $50. Like, I'd be losing money, and I guess,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
By information, I mean like your bank account or something. You know what I mean? Or like your credit card or something.
Now, I did something bad I didn't want to tell you until now. In order to impress the listeners and you guys, I stuck 20 non-loaded gift cards in your stack. They're just blank.
Isn't that the
That's-
Tom Van
I
scam?
hope that doesn't confuse things.
That's to embarrass you on your date at Applebee's. When they have to tell you, sir, there's nothing on here.
And these riblets are on me. And you hit, sir, this card has never been loaded. Oh, ee.
Second,
To the bathroom.
so they make it available so you could buy a book of 300 scratch-off tickets at a
Yeah.
time, right? And it comes
It's called the
cellophane.
Ultimate Nightmare Package.
So it comes cellophane wrapped in a brick, like a cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a brick of cocaine.
It's a brick of $1 gift cards, 300 at a time, right?
Scratch offs, not
Or
gift cards.
sorry, scratch-offs. So then,
Don't
I'm
get
like,
them confused.
we were having the conversation as they go back to the safe at Publix to get the
Yeah,
brick.
she had to call in from a walkie-talkie.
I'm up in the safe room looking at the bricks for the sad people.
She's like, we're out of the wild dough.
So
Like, okay,
oh my God!
we'll,
a true
we'll
story.
go with the hot dice.
We're out of wild dough. We have hot dice and money, money, money.
So then,
It was weird. The whole
It
experience.
was an interesting morning.
It was an interesting morning.
so she comes back with bricks of the scratch-offs, and then
And I have just a I think I do ACT. I have just
Write that
a pile of gift cards in my hand. We look like scumbags.
Sam never
That's how you know
slips.
it's real. That's how I know it's real. We're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
things that are rattling Sam. We have
Yeah.
rattled her good.
By the way, I'm just holding the bricks, walking out of the parking lot.
I'm dropping gift cards everywhere.
and I'm like,
all the
maybe-
receipts that have the activation numbers are all
Oh,
mixed
they're
up.
flying out of my hands.
I'm like, should have put these in the back. Just holding them in my hand.
Walking through the parking lot.
Guess what I got? I got a whole cake.
Daniel's got a cake.
Did
The
you not
cake's in the
use-
bag.
Did you not use the vending machine? Because they have the lottery.
You can
ticket
only get
vending
20
machine.
at a time.
20 at a time, you idiot.
Yeah. And then
Get outta here.
I'm like, we want the bricks. So back to the bricks. So
Oh
then
God, my cake was in a
Put
bag.
a brick in your face.
we were having an open discussion while we were purchasing the bricks of how many. I'm like, I wonder what kind of win rate these bricks have, right? And then the lady literally turns around, looks at the back of the brick, and says, like, it says right here, 1 in 4.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's odd. Because who else are these bricks for except for addicted gamblers that are buying bricks at a time, which it says on the back, you're going to get 1/4 of your money back for this brick. You are going to give us.
Unless you win big.
I don't know.
think it works like that.
I think it meant you're going to get 1/4 of your money back.
Yeah.
Because there's.
No, I
No,
think
1
it's
out of 4 is a winner.
1 out of 4 wins something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Could be
like a-
$1, could be a free ticket.
Could be a ticket, and
Yeah.
we know that free tickets are just it gives you 2 chances
yeah.
of trash.
But
We
here's
know
what I
that.
do know. When they printed them out at the factory, they print out so they get more than they give out.
Right.
It's a 100% money maker because they know exactly the winning tickets they put out. So if they do give out $1 million prize or whatever, they're selling $5 million worth of tickets to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a matter of fact. There's no, like, a slot machine gamble in it. Where it's like they print out exactly how much they're going to give
Right.
out. I know
It's
that.
certain as
Yeah.
it's printed for sure.
But I guess, we bought enough where someone could win
I mean,
$25,000.
my dream would be
That's never gonna happen.
my dream would be that, and you know
No.
what would really make this worthwhile though. I honestly feel like if we put these these 1,000 tickets into the universe, and let's say somebody scratches one, and they do come back to the page and say like, I won $15,000. I'll be like, we did our job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's all worth it. that could potentially change somebody's life if you got a hardship or something going on. 15K, 5K, something like that could really help you out.
If you win over $15,000 on one of these scratch offs, I will personally give you $500 extra.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is that personal money or from,
no,
from the business?
Personally,
Oh,
that's
the
how.
pro's gonna get at you good.
No, well, that's how little I believe that
Wow.
that it's actually possible.
This
to
is
win.
getting dangerously close to that Mega Millions bet where someone could.
That's
F
still
in your
open.
mouth.
That's still open. You cannot say
But it
that.
got-
Can we? That was always a bad bet in my opinion.
No. I'll
But you
still,
were sweating when someone from Brevard won. You were sweating.
I mean, still, I was pretty confident. I'm like, what are the chances the one person that won from Brevard? I mean, how many people
So
live there?
will we? You think we'll
A
have
million?
we'll have $100 winner?
Maybe? Yeah. I would be
I
confident
could
that a
see
$100 winner. Yeah. Out of that many.
And that's worth it. You know, you pay $2.95 for a show that gives you extra content, and and we have a lot more events that we're trying to plan for this year because we're open, baby. I feel like you got an extra hundo in the mail. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Got some Hooters gift cards. That was Daniel's.
That was right.
Daniel's spot. He's like, Hooters.
My
We bought 'em
contribution
all.
today was a $300 Hooters gift card and a cake.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's a little too much for the Hooters, but you can go once or twice.
So we're giving out all those next week for BDM Appreciation Week. If you're not a BDM, sign up. Kenny Samsel's here. How you doing, Kenny?
I think pretty people figured it out right now.
No, yes, because there's still the radio. They're like, who's that guy talking?
Who's the guy
Yeah.
talking? Who's that? Is that Jack? They're going to
Yeah.
fire him finally? Good.
We-
All right. He's in there to tell him, get out of here.
In radio, we're going backwards. Like now, we're leaning heavy on terrestrial radio. That's the.
Well, I
new
think
thing.
this is for years we've been saying
back.
radio's dead, but you know what? I don't
Yeah.
see it now. I don't say. I think I was wrong about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
We
think-
should have done the entire segment, and at the very end, well, that was Kenny. Thank you.
Yeah, because here's
not bad.
why. Because the ones that are listening must really, really like it because it's ridiculous that you're still listening.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like, you
Correct.
must love it, the fact that you're still listening.
It's kinda like me with cable, right?
Yeah. The ones that still have it are they're in.
Oh, yeah.
They're never
I'm
going.
cable for life. Oh, yeah.
cable-
Give me that
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
What is it?
So we're back.
Scientific Atlanta box. Give me that sweet Scientific Atlanta.
I want that hard coax that doesn't bend.
Yeah,
sticking straight out my TV.
Okay, answer this question truthfully. All three of you, I'll answer myself. When you have put the coax in there and you put the little robot penis in the thing and the little white, and then you line it up and then you put the screw on there and you do it, you never use pliers, right? You just use your fingers till it hurts and you're like, I can barely do it.
Oh,
always.
yeah.
Nobody
No.
uses pliers, right?
And then when you switch out the TV because that cable's been there for years,
Yes.
that it's like you're peeling off the skin on your thumb
Yes.
and pointer finger.
Yeah. It's not a hose. Like, you're not gonna have leaks. You don't need to tighten it that much.
Yeah, you
like,
just
as
gotta get it in
long
there.
as the thing touches, is
Yeah,
a good.
you screw it a couple times, that's good.
Yeah. It's electricity. That's I think so.
Okay,
I don't know.
good.
Is
I don't
there
know why we
electricity?
still use
What
it.
is that, magic?
Yeah, everybody says it's digital. I'm still using this cable.
So, Kenny, you brought us some garbage. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What is this now?
Alright.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard, but like a couple weeks ago, Nitro or Pepsi came out with a couple of different flavors. They're Nitro Pepsi. So instead of using carbonation, they use nitrogen, like a Guinness or those beers.
Yes.
Who asked for this?
We had a listener call in
Nobody.
and really bag on this. He was like, "I bought one. What are they doing? It just tastes like flat Pepsi."
Oh.
I guess he's like a
Pepsi
Pepsi.
already tastes flat to me.
See, I enjoy the taste of Pepsi, but I will go with you on the carbonation level. Pepsi, I love the flavor of it, but it's not as spicy as I think your children and my
Yeah.
daughter would say. That
tingly
that
on your
tingly
tongue.
carbonation kind of a thing. That's a Coke thing, right?
Yeah.
When you take that first swig of an ice cold brand new Coca-Cola where you get those bubbles, they almost burn your throat a little bit.
Oh yeah. If you swallow too quickly,
My dad used to do that. My dad would come in from mowing the grass, and he'd take a 2 liter of Diet Coke, and he'd swig the first swig, and then he'd go, "Gah!" That's what he'd
yeah,
yell
yeah.
as loud
Yeah.
as humanly possible.
It feels like you're having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, why do tiny bubbles hurt so much?
Have you guys had the space flavored Coke?
yeah, we bought that. We did buy that one.
What is that?
It's like supposedly the flavor of what space tastes like.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
called
my
Starlight
They-
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola
Stupid.
refuses to say what the flavor is, so it's all speculation as to what it is. It's cotton candy.
You think so?
Yeah, it's cotton candy flavored.
Yeah, it's good. It's not
pretty
bad.
simple.
I mean, it's a gimmick.
But they're saying it's space
But
flavored.
it's space flavored. And it literally says on the bottle, space flavor.
I think space tastes like some iron or something.
Yeah.
I saw
Oh,
it on
hold on a second. Like
Metallic?
pennies, like putting pennies in your mouth.
Yeah, there's some sort of actual taste, or at least
How would they know?
Maybe it's on the moon.
No, they said the moon is because it's a lot of sulfur, so it smells like rotten eggs. Because they smelled their
knew
spacesuits
it.
after they walked on the
God,
moon.
you've been farting in your suit. God, your
Yeah.
suit. My God.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. Like,
Right.
John
Everything
Glenn,
just smells
John
like
Glenn
farts.
took a dump in his suit. Smells like straight poo-poo.
like must be the moon.
Hey, whose grandma made deviled eggs? It smells
Blame it
like
on the moon.
It smells like deviled egg John Glenn in here.
Yeah, that's an old man thing too. You blame your farts on the moon. All right, let's taste this garbage.
All right, so I brought some shot glasses.
Yeah,
in
and there's
here.
two kinds. There's regular Pepsi, and then there's vanilla Pepsi, and
Let's
they're both
go-
nitro.
Let's go regular because
So
Sam said
what
she don't want the vanilla trash.
Okay,
Y'all
Kenny,
can try the vanilla.
do you know what the nitro actually does? Because in a beer, there's some reason why they use nitrogen instead of the
Oh, wait.
regular.
I'm supposed to pour this in a big glass.
like it,
Sam, can you grab me a big
Sure.
glass? Sorry. It says you're supposed to pour. It says chill the can, and then supposedly when you open it, you're supposed to dump it completely over like you would a Guinness and pour it hard so you get a head on it.
because that's what the nitro is for.
I guess.
Right? And,
Smaller bubbles, smoother taste is what they're going for.
The only thing I can think of is it
Thank
keeps
you.
it fresh, but at the same time doesn't make it overly carbonated.
Whoa, my God.
Oh, sounded carbonated. All right.
Oh,
We've
God.
got some spillage here. Let's see.
Sorry, guys.
Nitro
You're going to be
Pepsi.
drinking after me now.
that's fine.
Carrot cake.
I know. It does smell like carrot cake in here. All right. So it has that little trigger in the bottom like a Guinness can where I guess it triggered the nitrogen.
Ah.
I'm going to pour it hard.
So you're pouring it in a glass right now, and it is.
It's foaming up like a beer. But-
yeah,
but
yeah,
see,
that's
'cause-
off-putting.
Because with
It is
sodas,
foaming up like a Guinness.
yeah, with sodas normally it's like way too much carbonation. You have to sit there and wait for it to die down before you can pour the rest of it.
And this, there's less. Like obviously, if you did that with a regular Pepsi, it would spill over on the top.
Okay, here
They
it
have
is.
lots of Nitro Pepsi recipes on their website. You can make yourself one's Nitro Pepsi ice cream float.
Okay, it's good. Yeah. Like I see what they're doing with it. I don't think it's gonna win.
I like we're going straight from pandemic to sharing a drink.
Well, I was not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
thought we were
I'll
gonna,
do
I
it.
thought we were going to then pour them into the tiny shot glasses.
I'm
You guys
sharing-
just tell me how
yeah,
it is.
Just share with
I don't
everybody.
trust you
Why
guys.
not? Yeah.
That means you have to try the vanilla one.
All right, I'll try the vanilla.
Okay.
It does taste like just flat
It's-
Pepsi.
Yeah.
It
it's
tastes
good.
like flat Pepsi, but like the texture, you can tell that the texture is like different.
Here, there's some left. I can pour
It, like
you your
it
own.
is
Yeah,
creamier.
yeah, give me a little.
I can pour you your
I don't know if that's the right word for
Oh,
it, but
wait,
it's like
I did it perfectly. Look at that. You got like a
it's
tiny little
it's
beer.
creamy.
It is creamy. Yeah.
Also, that's the full sugar one, so it blew my diabetes.
Oh, I
empathy.
saw your eyes
Your
turned.
feet are purple.
Yeah,
now.
your eyes turned
They
bright.
don't. I
white.
noticed they don't have a diet version, and that makes me wonder: can you not use nitrogen on the diet version because maybe like the sugars or something might mess it up? I have no idea. I'm just speculating because I only saw
They
that.
probably didn't want to waste the money on it quite yet and see how this,
But
know,
I feel
sells.
like all
right?
of Pepsi's flavors always fail, right? Like
I
they
agree.
always do something kind of stupid. Like I feel like this is par for the course for Pepsi. Unfortunately, because I like Pepsi.
It was just a gimmick, like it's just like regular giant beer, where you constantly you have the recipe, it's not changing. So all you have to do is change the marketing, and they're like, "Well, we've got the CO2 injector. We just put nitrogen in it, and then change some branding, and then we come up with Nitro Pepsi."
But then-
it's just a gimmick.
The chat room is nailing it, and I think it was Bofa that called in who said this. He was like, "Who the hell wants flat Pepsi, or who the hell wants creamy Pepsi?" Somebody said that in the chat room.
Again, for an ice cream float, I can see how it would work. But other than that,
I could also see like maybe adding like a rum or vanilla vodka to it, like like
that'd
a
be nice.
sweeter
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah, like a Captain Morgan with that creamy Pepsi would be
Okay,
dope.
yeah.
Over some ice. Yeah, okay, all right, all right.
and
a little
again-
like a Jimmy Buffett-y rum
Yeah.
piratey kind of a vibe.
And maybe the whole plan, because with this much marketing money, there's an entire agency that is getting paid $100 million a year or whatever it is for Pepsi's marketing, right? So maybe part of their plan is like we constantly just have to come up with like new gimmick ideas so that we market that and it just gets out in the
To make it go
population,
viral or
in the
something,
zeitgeist,
yeah.
and just so people like. I mean,
We're talking about it. I mean,
we're tasting it, even if it doesn't. If you're like, ew, it says people are saying Pepsi, and then maybe you buy a regular Pepsi.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, I think they justified it. Doesn't even matter if anybody wants this or if it's even good. It's like it gets people talking, and therefore they buy Pepsi. It might be that.
Pepsi is always like a little more utility when it comes to beverages. Like Coke always seems to have the flavors and the branding and the look. Like when they changed Coke Zero to the red label, I'm like, that looks good. Like they always make a Pepsi always looks a little dated. Like it's like that company that they do good work, but when you go to their website, it's still like GeoCities, and you're like, ugh. You know what I mean?
There was a time that Pepsi was the cool drink.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
You
Yeah.
had Britney Spears dancing all around
Michael
with it.
Jackson. They had the big names for a while.
And
And it ended when he burned his hair off.
Yeah, what happened with that? Look that up. So
Some sparks fell into his
Got
hair.
into his hair gel, yeah.
And then it just set on
Flammable.
fire. Yeah. Like,
oh,
he
that's
had to-
so unfortunate, man. My
It is.
God. Like you would think the one day what are you using some like alcohol based, hair gel, and oh God. One thing comes to another. Oh my God.
Of all the people that could happen to,
Yes.
I feel like at least Michael Jackson doesn't care that much about his face, right?
That's true. Yeah, he's already manipulating the pieces. He's not that bad.
He's like,
Yeah.
I can change it.
Yeah. Your hair burns
If
off.
You're Britney Spears. You're like, I cannot have any sort of,
Right.
of
I
scarring.
have to hide
or-
myself away forever. But
Yeah.
if you're Michael Jackson and your nose is already just something you put on the nightstand, I feel like
Yeah.
not that bad.
Mutilating your face is not that big of a deal. All right.
So, Sam, what were your thoughts? I know you had like a little.
Not a fan.
She made a
Not
crazy
a
face.
fan.
You're like, wow.
So
The
Flat.
foam stays at the top, so it does. I guess that's the creaminess. Not a fan of that, and yeah, it just tastes like flat Pepsi,
because
which is already gross.
All right.
Because think about what they have to work with. So they probably tell this marketing team, like, all right, we have the cans and then we have the Pepsi. You guys, figure out what else.
How do we do this without saying creamy? Because creamy is kind of gross.
And then they probably just literally like, all right, what else?
It's Pepsi with a whip on top. Yeah.
And they're probably like, we already injected with this, so we
Pepsi with
changed
froth.
Do you
Frothy.
think it's cheaper to put nitrogen in?
No, it's probably more expensive.
Because that,
for
that,
sure, yeah.
that little gimmick in the bottom that froth they should have called it Pepsi Frothy.
But it's
Frothy
too,
Pepsi.
It's too expensive to change too much, so they can't change the
Whip.
canning process.
But they put it in the tall boy can, so it looks like
They
an
have
energy
to.
drink.
I think they have to because of the apparatus in the bottom that releases the nitrogen. It's that same bottom of the can gimmick that Guinness has, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to make it look like a Guinness.
Yeah, because if you look at the bottom of this can, there's a weirdo. It looks like a one of those things women put in the that thing that floats around in your
what is that?
diaphragm.
I don't know what that is.
IUD.
Oh, IED.
IUD.
Does anyone use a diaphragm anymore?
Yeah, I use one.
Very rare.
I'm wearing one right now as a hat.
Yeah, there is something that
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
a
really see.
diaphragm in there. It's the Pepsi diaphragm for the frothy Pepsi.
So what's that? What else is going on?
Wilson,
I'm done with
Yeah,
that.
how's your diaphragm?
We're done with this. No, things are going pretty well. I have another topic, but I know we're running short on time. I
Oh, it sounds like you're about to go serious.
didn't want to bust that out.
Yeah, I
No.
want to talk a little bit about O.J. Simpson. I got to get something off my chest.
You guys hear about this Chris Rock, Will Smith thing?
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw that it's happening. TMZ reported the Chris Rock said he's like, I'm not talking about this until I get paid.
Yep.
He's doing it.
Good for him.
Did Will Smith check into rehab? Was that a thing I read?
Yeah, it was like mental health, like luxury
Oh.
rehab, though.
That's a call vacation. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
That's something
Yeah.
his publicist is like. He's
Told
like,
him
you're
to
getting
say.
too much heat. You gotta say you have a
Check out
problem. So
rehab.
you need people to feel sorry for you. Like that's seriously probably what
What are you
happened.
doing right now? Buying lottery tickets, eating carrot cake.
Yeah. So he checks into like anger management rehab or whatever, which is a
Yeah, but
vacation.
they're all
for a
like in
while.
Aruba. You know,
Yeah,
like on
yeah,
the side of like some mountain, and you have waterfalls, and like I could beat any challenge. I could beat cancer if you put me in the waterfalls.
He just has to spend the next 2 years getting his reputation back to because everybody hates him now. Mel Gibson did it so he could do it, no problem. Mel Gibson did way
He's
worse.
in a new movie.
If anyone can do it, Mel Gibson. can
Mel
do it.
Gibson's in a new movie, right?
He's been in some movies after
He
the
was
whole
in that
thing.
movie where he played
A
like
dad.
well, no, there was the one where it's like he played Santa Claus and like a little kid who's like a mobster kid
Tries to kill him
because he
Yeah.
gets like
Fat
cold.
man.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins is in that. I want to watch that now.
I heard it's
But I don't wanna support Mel Gibson,
I heard
so-
it's terrible. I heard the movie is
Yeah.
absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, we talked about it when it was like a trailer, and then everybody said it was a
No, there's a
garbage.
new movie that's coming out where like Mel Gibson plays like the older dad. I forget what it is.
Oh, is it with Mark Wahlberg?
Yes, Father Stu.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Father
Oh, it looks
Stu.
like he's signed up for Lethal Weapon 5.
And then Mark Wahlberg also has a big chungus in this movie. Like he, in Father Stu, he like was drinking olive oil to gain like 70 pounds or something, and he's a chung.
He
I'm pretty sure there's better ways to gain weight. For a
No,
role than
he
drinking
said, look
olive.
up the story. Mark Wahlberg, just type in Mark Wahlberg olive oil.
maybe that's the healthiest way to gain weight. I don't know.
I don't think it
It's-
is. I think
yeah.
you're supposed to just like.
But he's like a health
happened-
addict and a
Yeah.
workout guy.
Where are we
so-
at with fat suits? You were doing a movie called Father Stu and you couldn't get a fat suit?
No, because you'll get canceled for that now.
But Martin's been doing it for, so you have to actually get
Well-
fat? Oh my
Or
God.
they cast somebody that is
No, but
of the
Renee
size.
Renee
That's what I was talking about, yeah.
she's on NBC, and Renee Zellweger is like dressed up with basically a fat suit
Yeah.
on to do that show.
And people are upset.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but she can't. She's playing a fat person. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. And are people really upset, or is a handful of the
Yeah,
internet?
social media is
yeah,
upset.
Yeah, I don't know if people are really upset. I mean,
yeah.
Shallow Hal still in my top 5. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen it forever.
So, what the hell were we talking about?
Father Stu.
No. Oh, Mark Wahlberg. Isn't he retiring too from acting?
Oh, they all are
Is
because
he?
Hollywood's crazy and spineless.
Yeah, it said he had 6 weeks to put on 30 pounds. He started with 7,000 calories for the first 2 weeks, 11,000 calories for the final 4 weeks.
I'd like to think milkshakes would be a much better way to gain weight.
Jared Leto supposedly melted like 2 half gallons of ice cream and drank it for however long to gain like 40 pounds for some movie where he, he played
Why
the
can't you just say-
assassination of John
Just
Lennon.
eat a lot.
You're Jared Leto. Just go buy milkshakes. You melted ice cream yourself.
There's also, discrepancy whether or not that's actually true because
Yeah,
supposedly
yeah.
it's so much dairy you wouldn't be able to keep it down.
Yeah, it's like drinking a gallon of milk. You can't do it.
Yeah. And just like you have trainers to help you get in shape, I'm sure you have trainers that can help you gain weight healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
It's
don't
all
need to-
monitored.
So I'm sure you just hire someone to help you gain that much weight.
Mark Wahlberg says he tried to do it the healthy way. It was a dozen eggs and a dozen pieces of bacon, 2 baked potatoes, a porterhouse steak, 2 bowls of white rice, and a glass of olive oil.
For one meal?
That's the healthy way.
He said instead of eating pizza and ice cream. That was
I think the
his
pizza and
healthy
ice
way.
cream just be easier. I just
Yeah.
I'm hungry, eat a piece of pizza. I'm hungry, eat a piece of pizza. Just keep eating the pizza. It's only one movie. It's Father Stu. It's not.
So look up Mark Wahlberg and see if he said he was going to retire. Because
Okay.
If you gain or lose a massive amount of weight, because I know what Christian Bale lost a whole bunch of weight for The Machinist.
The
whatever.
Machinist,
Let's
yeah.
say you do all that.
He
and
said
then-
that was terrifying.
and then
too.
you don't get nominated for any award, or you don't win anything. Like,
Yeah.
do you think it's like you just get pissed off and it's just a waste?
Well, it's kind of like, I
but
think
you get
do.
you get the credit of the before and after, and how much work everybody's like. Oh my God! Look at him! Look how skinny he is.
Like the dude from Silicon Valley. He was one of the programmers. He's an Indian gentleman and he's ripped.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Kumail
about.
Nanjiani.
Thank you. That gentleman who I'm a massive fan of, he wasn't going to win an Oscar or anything for his role in, was it the
Eternals.
The Eternals, thank you. But everybody was weighing in on that guy's physique, right? I mean, it kind of put him on the map, and I'm sure it got him more business and more jobs, right?
But if you think about it, if you're getting jacked, people can be like, oh, whether the movie's good or not, you're at least getting healthy. I'm talking about the people that are gaining 100 pounds or losing 100 pounds for a role. That's clearly messing with your long-term health.
Matt Damon is notorious for when he has to play a dumpy salesman. He'll gain 60 pounds and grow a mustache, and everybody's laughing at him, and then he can
He looks more natural that way to
He
me,
does.
though.
He really does.
If you,
It looks legit.
yeah,
Florida
it
guy.
looks
I'm
like that's how he should be.
Didn't you make me a key at Tool's Ace Hardware one time? I look at the guy. I'm like, I know you.
if you have the proper professionals helping you do it, I think it's fine. It's the same thing with irresponsibly, you could like damage your
Girls
kidneys or
don't
whatever.
do it though, right? Like
no.
you don't see girls
I was
doing
just
this in
about to
Hollywood.
say. Well, not in Hollywood, but there was a female MMA
Charlize
fighter.
Theron did it for Monster.
It's just not as dramatic. I want her to be a big fat ass.
Yeah.
But there was a female MMA fighter that actually got kicked out of the MMA because she was unhealthily losing weight, and like during the weigh-in, she couldn't stand up. She was like visibly shaking, trying to do it.
Oh man.
Laugh at them. I'm like,
I know, seriously, look it up. And,
What are
and
you
here's
doing?
the thing: she got kicked out because it was
You
the
went too far.
It was
Like,
the
you have to be able to stand.
It was the second time she
Prop
did it
me up.
because she got in trouble once, got suspended, and then the next time she came back, did it again and couldn't stand up straight.
I was like, somehow Crystal was watching Ridiculousness, and then
Somehow.
hold on a
Somehow.
second. Hold on a second. You can't.
I think that's permanently on at your house.
I don't think you could. You can't preface that by saying we don't know how it happened accidentally.
And then like somehow the Ultimate Fighter was on, and we started watching that, and then they were like a guy was trying to cut weight. And he was just laying on the floor in the sauna, like, ah! And then they drug him outside, and he's like, I can't go back in, I can't. And then they're like screaming at him, like, ah! And then they're like,
get back in there,
and then
bro.
the two meatheads were like, let's just drag him back in there. And I'm like, what is
Let's kill
happening? And then I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like you're supposed like. The UFC or MMA has to change the way that they determine
It's not a good
fight weight
look.
because this is not even in the what this whole thing is doing. Like you're there to two people could fight at equal weight, right? So it's fair. Having the person cut 30 pounds before the fight just to gain it back on water weight seems ridiculous. Like, make it so you have to weigh the weight a week before the fight or some,
Yeah, there's a time
there's got to be some other way
stipulation, yeah.
because what they're doing is ridiculous. They're dragging this guy in so he can cut 5 more pounds of water off his body. It's stupid.
If you have time, look up Aspen Ladd, Ladd, Aspen Ladd weigh-in. And that's the video of her, and she did it completely nude, so they put like one of those like curtain boxes around her, but she couldn't, like they basically had to force her to stand up by herself, and she couldn't do it.
Again, if a sports bra and like some sort of booty shorts that you have, if that is going to put you over the weight of fighting weight, you have to go naked. Like this whole system is broken at this point. This is stupid. Like the whole intention of fighters fighting at the same weight is broken if you're trying to do this stupid ass.
Okay.
Like, you can't even walk. You're nude.
Here she is for her weigh-in.
I don't know why
pale.
there's like opera music
No, it's
going
probably
on.
me. We're always running some sort of music underneath here. Let's see.
That's part of the video there.
There she
They're
is.
calling it a terrifying weigh-in.
You have to put a box around her.
But like you can even just visibly see on her face that
She looks
she's
gaunt, yeah.
Yeah, she looks
uncomfortable.
Oh, now she's like laying down.
Did you pass out?
They're like, weigh her dead body.
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah.
this is stupid.
Oh yeah, she's shaking crazy. Yeah,
So
she can't
they,
stand.
They forced her to put her hands up to prove that she can
Right.
stand up straight by herself and isn't.
Oh, that's
Oh, no,
insanity.
get her
dude.
out of
That's
here.
crazy. That's
yeah,
absolutely
but she's
crazy.
been kicked out of the MMA because she just dangerously cut weight so bad that it caused that at weigh-in. It's like grossly unhealthy.
It does give you an advantage, especially if you like need to cut 30 pounds of water and then you're putting it back on. Now you're 30 pounds more than your opponent, and it's so you have a huge advantage. But again, the whole point of this is to make it fair, and this is ridiculous. Anyway, I don't
It'd
know.
be weird to look in that box. You'd be like, ew. Right? I feel like, right? Because like anybody that's that, like you've. Let's
Weak
say
and
for like,
sick.
oh yeah, you're gonna look
Yeah.
ew,
Dehydrated,
Yeah, you're gonna be
yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah.
god, what are those?
Yeah, but when they do the weigh-in and the next day she like gains it all back and looks great.
Right,
But
had a pizza.
But the next, like if you have gotten to yourself to that point, it's going to be hard to recover in 24 hours. Like, and a lot of fighters can't because they push it too far or whatever.
You were
Anyway.
doing a variation of that, sort of when you were doing your healthy trim challenge back in the day. You would wrap yourself in trash bags, and you were like running in your garage.
Well,
and-
I cut 15 pounds
Yeah.
of water. Anybody could do it. Especially the bigger you are, the easier it is to cut water.
Write that down.
A lot of these like ripped fighters, they don't have that much water weight to cut. But it's like if you're a big dude, you could cut 30 pounds of water pretty quickly just by sweating it out and not and doing all the tricks that they do.
Yeah.
But it's like you damage your kidneys if you're doing it wrong or whatever. But that's why when wild swings of weight loss, like people were like, I lost 10 pounds from yesterday. I'm like, this is water.
Yeah,
Like
big water.
it takes a lot of time to lose 10 pounds of fat because you have to burn it off.
What's happening in Moofland? How's the podcast?
It's going well. If you listen to our latest episode, my co-host Matt and I, we tried some Nitro Pepsi, and
Wait a minute, you're bringing your old bits to our show? You gave us a secondhand Nitro Pepsi bit that's supposed to be debuted on our show. You promised me that this would be an exclusive.
So here's the real. They only sell them in 4-packs, and I really had no need for the other 3 cans. So I was like, who I could pawn these off on?
Afterthought, these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And you accurately predicted we'd never know.
Yeah. Yeah. Or would care.
Unless you told us.
But now that I told you, it still doesn't.
Like as soon as you leave, we will
Yeah.
forget. Like
Yeah.
like as soon as you leave, I will literally turn around and be like, "Oh wow, Nitro Pepsi."
Have you had this?
Yeah, I wonder what that's like.
And since we already did it, none of our listeners will go and be like, wonder what the moves feel.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work
Ooh,
like
it
that.
backfired. I shouldn't have brought that up.
So what about in drone racing land? What is
It's
it?
the off season right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there is an off season.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say
Any trades going on? We're in the trade deadline.
so one of the pilots, one of the big
started his own team.
No, he actually got hired on. He's doing a bunch of Hollywood movies. So like that latest movie, Ambulance, with Jake Gyllenhaal, all the drone shots are this kid who is in the Drone Racing League.
Really?
So
Okay.
he's getting paid a
Pause.
crap ton of money to do that.
Pause. We had asked like maybe 4 times ago when you were talking about like drones, and that was the focus of our day. And then you and I think you asked the question, how can someone who is a drone racer make this skill into something that is greater or more or a
Yep.
career? And I think we just found it.
So he's basically
cool.
operating a camera drone.
Yeah, he's
for the
operating a
movie.
camera drone and he's getting the cinematic shots. So if you guys go see the movie,
Maybe high-speed stuff, right? I would imagine he's doing high-speed stuff because
Oh,
he
yeah.
specializes.
If it
like, let's say
chases
a drone has to chase a car that's going like real time,
Yeah.
70 miles an hour. Maybe his drone is the chase car. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
And he's only 19 years old, too. Like,
Jesus.
19 years old, he's won a bunch of money in Drone Racing League, and now he's getting paid way more doing movies now.
Well, just the experience of being on set and doing that's cool, man.
You know those drones that they marketed for a while that will just follow you and film you in your outdoor activities?
stalker
Like,
drones.
It was like it was for like mountain bike riders and things like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like
There's a one-wheel guy, dude, that rides.
a one-wheel one. Yeah,
There's a guy that rides out here, and he has a drone that it chases him. It's like a chase drone.
yeah.
He has a thing in his pocket, and it keeps like the distance between his pocket, like the sensor that he has.
Yeah, wherever you go, it just
Yeah.
film you from X amount of feet.
What's that for?
So
That's
you
the
can
egomaniac. I
Okay.
guess. You want to see yourself.
It's no different than, like, having a GoPro and a selfie stick and just, like, walking around with it.
Yeah, it's just a longer, invisible selfie stick.
Yeah.
That
And it's also a video you'll never look at.
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
uploading it to YouTube? Are you going back and watching
This is me
it?
riding my one wheel.
Are you making a documentary?
most people film themselves. Like my
It's like a wedding video. You never go back to it.
Like my sister will bring a GoPro, then she has a helmet attachment on her 4-wheeler.
Yeah, you
and
got to
then-
get those action shots.
And then she'll film herself riding.
Well, the fans like to buy dumb stuff.
I know. But then I'm like, who is watching this?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you watching this? Are you uploading it to your Extreme Sports 4-wheeling channel?
Extreme
What is-
Sports Mom.
Or are you just recording it and then it just it never gets seen again? I'm pretty sure that's what it's.
Every video that I have of anything I do exciting is just for me, and I never look at it. I take it because it's what you've been conditioned to think that you need. Like I went to John Mayer last week.
Like document it.
I took
Yeah,
pictures
yeah.
and video of it. I didn't release any of it because I've never gone back to look at it because I was there. I don't need to go back and look at it.
So, that got me to the point of, so the drones that can follow you, I'm sure that technology is going to get better and better. Is it going to get to a point where it's going to render the actual person controlling it obsolete because you'll just have a drone follow and film? Like, say, instead of this kid following the ambulance and filming it at a high-speed chase, which I'm sure something like that, you just have a computer do it, right?
So, yes and no. When you're talking about cinematic shots, though, you want a very specific shot that you may not know until it's happening. So like if two cars are chasing down the highway and you want a specific shot, how's the robot going to know you're going to want that specific shot?
But you could tell the drone operator, like, get
Exactly.
down next.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That way you don't have to give a parameter of catch the shot between 15 degrees and 90
Yeah,
degrees.
exactly.
And like that way
Yeah.
you can go, you have a guy that's basically knows exactly what he has to execute, and
Yeah.
you don't have to keep it between some algorithm's parameters, you know?
And the nerd will do it for $500 a day. No, and it'll be like, yes.
Okay, you brought it. You
Right,
brought
so,
up what-
you know, not
you brought
that
up what I
expensive.
was gonna say is that hiring the guy that's gonna be excited to do it is gonna be. It's like getting an intern that has all the knowledge of drones.
Yeah, I mean, you pay him some
It's a
sort
value.
of some sort of standard, I'm sure, with the filming movies where you make $3,800
He's
for,
not
you know,
SAG.
for the week.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not in the union. You could pay him nothing.
Yeah, but everybody that's doing movie work, I think, has to be associated with the union, right? The cameraman.
Depends on where you film. That's why
Okay.
Georgia got a whole bunch of movie stuff because there's no unions in Georgia. Don't quote
That's
me on
what
that.
they-
I'm not a lawyer.
You would think with all the, I guess that's why, right? So all the movie like Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry,
Tyler Pelly.
and then like Walking Dead and everything, they went there specifically because you don't have to use
I'm
union workers.
pretty sure that's the reason why. And they got a bunch of tax breaks too to do it. You know what never took off, and I've seen some, but it never panned out, was drone porn.
Yeah, the one with the dildo on the drone, that one's good. I still support that one because the girl's like, "Ew, this is crazy," and the guy's like, "This is gonna be hard," and it is hard. It took him like 6 tries.
Yeah, because no
If
one's
you know what I mean?
Well, hitting me in my kneecap.
Yeah, if you're picking up what I'm laying down here.
Besides from like some sort of weird voyeur fetish, I feel like no one's looked at porn and be like, I want to see this from 15 foot in the air.
Okay, hold on.
Right?
I do have one that I enjoyed. The one that I enjoyed was the girl sunbathing, where it's like, man, it's hanging out over him. It's like, and she's like, hey, and she starts swatting at it with a towel.
Oh yeah.
That one I support.
Remember what we were gonna do? Boner droner? What was it
Yeah,
called?
that's actually in our bathroom.
We were gonna do our own.
We were super excited about that.
We get super excited about everything. We were super excited about these lottery tickets until we bought them.
yeah.
We're
They
gonna
were
do
sad.
boner droner. It
was something like that. What was it?
It was going to be like it's not really full on adult films. It was just going to be cute girls in bikinis where the drone gets over their yard. They look at it. They're like, "What are you doing here?" They swat it with the towel, and then you fly away. It was
Yeah,
just
okay.
like harmless.
We're gonna do
It was
it
like
as
a panty
viral-
raid. It was like a drone panty raid. It was like a harmless 1950s
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. It's like meatballs.
Yeah, it's exactly like it was like digital
Fine.
meatballs. Digital meatballs.
Everybody would have been cool with it.
Exactly. Everybody would have been cool with it, except for Sam. Sam was like, I don't know what these digital meatballs I did. We're like, it's just like any of those movies, Gazongas, Up the Creek, Meatballs, all the ones where the guys would steal a ladder from the maintenance guy at the college so they could climb into the sorority house to steal the panties.
I mean, look at the people.
In Meatballs, didn't someone try to stick their ween through the hole and get it grabbed? What movie am I
Okay,
thinking
too
of that
far.
did that?
Too far. I don't know what you're watching, but my
Get the hell out of here. We're just trying to talk digital meatballs.
I have a daughter. God damn it.
Kenny, anything else to plug?
Nah,
gotta get out of here.
twomoves.com, TOOMOOFS. We're on all the podcast channels. Definitely check it out. We're, I would say in the echelon of Orlando podcasts, definitely towards the bottom.
All right.
No, I wouldn't say that. We've had almost every podcast other than ours go defunct.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
up there. You're up there. It's us and semantics now.
Yeah.
And Remy's Roundtable.
Still going strong.
He
He emailed me this week.
Yeah, he
Oh,
bought
yeah.
new equipment.
Let's get back on the show.
We need to.
All right, we're gonna take a
Nope,
is
we're
it-
done.
Bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
I'm contemplating a name change for myself.
Okay.
I don't know. I just
Changing your name?
Yeah, I'm feeling like I've
we're gonna have to
reached.
change a lot of branding.
Yeah, I'm 45, and I'm feeling like I kind of want to do a freak out of some sort. And
Okay.
you guys have said I can't shave my face because I look like a fat frog.
Oh.
And my wife says I can't shave my head. So I figured, and she
Why do you
doesn't-
want to shave everything?
I don't know.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. You do some shaving. You do some name changing. I want to change my name. Maybe get a face tattoo or something. But the wife said no neck or face tattoos. I convinced myself I was going to get, because the kids are into them, it's going to get like a rose or something on the side of my face.
Yeah, do that.
You get like a face tattoo. And
That'll help the show.
I thought it would.
Yeah.
And so I was just thinking of like a name change maybe.
You know what? I never thought about using your craziness for my own personal gain.
Prop up the show a little bit.
Yeah. Because the crazier you are, the more attention you'll
Well, radio
get.
hosts have been doing this for years, right? You
Yeah.
find people that you say are crazy, but they're really just special needs, and you exploit them to the point of you getting rich.
Well, I'm thinking about the Bonaducci where you just go crazy.
Then eventually I'm riding a skateboard with no shirt on, drinking GHB out of a water bottle.
And then people are like, we got to listen to this
Do you
guy.
remember that? That was like the last scene of the Danny Bonaducci being Bonaducci, his show. The last scene is him riding a skateboard, a longboard with no shirt on, jacked, ripped off of testosterone, drinking GHB out of a water bottle.
Oh, you know who knows about doing crazy things on the radio?
And GHB.
Tuddle's on the line. How you doing, Tuddle?
That's one of the most biggest segue radio segues that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
in my
Yeah,
life.
we wrote that all down. That was all planned.
Wrote it all down.
Spent half the morning just
You
on
like
that.
GHB, right? You
You got a
yeah,
line on
I've-
GHB?
GHB. I've been in K-holes. I've been, in quite a lot of precarious situations through my life.
I've
and
never
stuff.
been in a K-hole.
What's the GHB feel like?
It's just very relaxing. I got GHB. When I was with Roz Franco down in downtown
Okay,
Orlando.
we don't need to be dropping other professional names in here.
Yeah.
But
Why'd you have to say the
okay,
whole
so
name?
Why were you doing GHB with Roz?
No, I wasn't. This was the around the time that a lot of people were finding couples.
How hard
And-
can I go in this segment? Because I have some things I want to say.
Was it when she was on
100%.
Teen Mom?
Okay, thank you. As long as my business partner gave me the
You
100.
can say
flag.
whatever you want about
Hey,
any person.
There was a time, and correct me if I'm wrong, where I believe Tuddle was, he's hanging out, he's doing his thing, and he's feeling his oats. And some of the photos you sent me, and tell me if I'm wrong, Tuds, but of you and her on
No, you can't say that.
in a boat. And
That's something you can't.
no, he sent me a photo of her in a brown bikini, and I got
Don't-
to tell you right now, hats
Yeah.
off America.
Don't
Can
talk
I-
about the boat.
I'm gonna be up front.
Don't be upfront.
Go around back.
Go around back. The door's locked.
Parking in the rear.
Yeah.
Jump the fence and just sneak
Just
around.
coming through the garage.
Look, I can say it because she was my slump buster after
No,
my marriage.
come
What
on.
does
No,
that mean?
No,
I don't know what that
come
is.
on,
Bunker
come on.
buster?
No,
Mom?
Come on.
She was the first person that
Tuddle.
Those photos were
I-
great. I mean,
okay.
like he shared a photo of them. It wasn't anything nude. It was just her in a bikini and him shirtless. On. Oh my God, my wife's here.
Back to
It was
I
him.
almost
Them.
blew the back of her head off. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
I think you have to write that down. Yeah, you do. You do.
What the hell's happening?
Whoa! There was nothing
My
wrong
wife
with
came
that
in here.
one.
My wife caught me eating carrot cake for lunch, and she pointed at it. She
For
yelled-
lunch, you ate that for breakfast.
I ate a carrot cake for breakfast. A whole
Oh, now
gone
you're
crazy.
snitching on him.
He's just trying to get me in a
Help! Tuddle.
Don't ask Tuddle for help.
Tuddle, I gave up alcohol, and I'm having a sugar freak out. I ate a whole carrot cake for breakfast because I'm an alcoholic.
Back to Bonaducci.
All right.
But did you notice after you quit drinking, you were craving sugar, Daniel?
What do you mean craving sugar? I
eating
crave it
cakes.
every minute of the day. I'm freaking the F out.
Yeah, it was bad for me as well too.
You know what I'll crave when I stop drinking? Alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't want the sugar. Don't care.
Okay. All right.
So,
let's clean this up.
Bonaducci. Tuddle, you know all about radio show hosts and radio doing the craziest things for publicity. I feel like Howard Stern kind of started this whole, wacky morning show does something.
Wolfgram.
King of all media, like he just manipulating the media, and that's what basically all radio show hosts and radio back in the day tried to do to get attention, right?
Yes.
And a lot of the times the cheapest way to do it was to do something crazy
Cheaper by
yourself.
the dozen.
Well, if you do something crazy yourself, it'll get the most news. And then, like, Bonaducci used to do this.
Yeah.
Like, the crazier you acted, the more unbalanced you seemed, the more attention people would
you
give
get like
you.
a Hillary Clinton tattoo on your butt or something, right?
And then, basically, they realized drama equals ratings. So the more drama you had on air, the more ratings you would get. But that's a slippery slope until you end up, every single show you're trying to top the last thing. And it gets to the point where it seems to me where it's just ridiculous at some point. You're like,
Right.
like the more and more drama, like people are probably, they can't handle it. Like the host can handle it because he needs fuels him.
It's like any other addiction, right? You
But
keep
all the
chasing-
people- all
you
the-
get to a point where what you're ingesting or even the stunt that you're doing is too far. It's like you have to manage that.
So you have experience with this, right, Tuddle?
Yeah, I can. There was one time. Bubba is still good friends with Roger Stone. You guys know who Roger Stone is, right?
Yeah, he's the
The
guy,
round glasses?
Yeah, he's the guy that wears the little glasses, so he looks like the guy from Roger Rabbit.
Judge
And
Doom?
He's got a Nixon back tattoo. You know that, right? Roger Stone
Yeah.
has a Nixon tattoo on his back.
I think everybody
Why?
should get their political heroes tattooed on them because
Well-
that'll last.
Is that guy like the 90s shock jock of politics?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Like, he was around during Watergate and all that stuff, and then all
But
the Trump stuff.
who is he?
I mean, he's just one of those guys. He's like a political
He's a
hitman for hire.
lobbyist.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for you.
Yeah, because I know
care
the
so
tiny
little.
glasses.
Yeah, the tiny glasses.
I don't follow politics.
Yeah.
I despise
I know
it.
all I know about it. Look,
make fun of
I
it.
can't
That's
say
it.
anything bad about the guy other than I think he looks like a goof. But he's traditionally conservative, mired in controversy. Right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's
That's
weird.
it.
It's like, what do you do? I'm mired in controversy.
Yeah.
Like,
Is
for
that
what,
you-
though?
yeah, for what?
How do you even get
He's
in
a
this?
political consultant and lobbyist.
Yeah, there you go.
So he was coming to visit Bubba because he had a public speaking appearance. I guess he was like selling shirts and stuff for his legal defense because they did raid his home.
Yeah,
down in
I
South
remember
Florida.
that free Roger Stone, and it was like a big deal. And
I feel like selling shirts for your.
that's what Screech does for his house.
It's like a Screech does or a podcast. Like, what are you doing? What are you? Who are you?
We're talking about him now.
Well, so he was coming. He was going to be on Bubba's show. So he was going to be on Bubba's show the next day. So Bubba drove me to Tampa International, and he was picking up Roger Stone. Dropped me off in front of the airport, and he wanted me to film Roger Stone coming in like I was paparazzi and stuff. Like I knew what was going on. I went by. I can't even remember the fake name that I did, but all the news networks.
Harry Batman.
Hold on. So did he want you to do this so that Roger Stone thought that?
Yes, exactly. Because I was like, hey, word on the street is you're here to see Bubba the Love Sponge. You're going to be on his show tomorrow.
Wait, so he was pumping up his own show with fake paparazzi? Oh, no, we need to do this.
Oh, this is brilliant.
This is how you make
This
yourself.
is how the guy became a millionaire.
This is how you be a big fat millionaire. We're gonna have to do this.
I want to be a big fat millionaire.
Me too. Are you crazy? It's my dream. Why do you think I got into radio?
Oh, man.
I didn't get into radio to get into podcasting. Who thought that?
Now we're skinny podcast.
I know.
we
Well,
need to be
not
big fat
skinny.
millionaires.
I am not skinny. I'm
Yeah,
melty.
Me neither.
I am melty.
Too. I'm melty. I got cellulite.
Yeah, oh my
What?
God.
Crystal told me not to
I
talk
got
about
cellulite
it.
too.
Wait, where at?
I got a
Cellulite?
I got a
Next to my
big-
pappus.
I got a big fat. Remember the
And I
wrestler?
don't even have any fat there.
Do you remember the wrestler Rikishi?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I have a big fat Rikishi cellulite ass.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge. It's
Yeah, yeah.
humongous.
I believe him.
My ass, it's off-putting.
What?
I'm shaped like a pear. I'm shaped
Yeah.
like a Beetlejuice creature.
With a big deflated
Dumpy
Monsuki
ass.
ass.
I got a big Monsuki ass. Exactly. This guy knows.
Luckily, I moisturized a lot through my whole life, so I really didn't get stretched out skin wise. And since I've gotten skinny again, like I really
look
don't have
good.
like any because I did a lot of moisture. I think it was because of my ex-wife working at the tanning salon. I always moisturized all the time. But
Do
I'm
you
not
ever
saying
get in
anything
those?
bad about?
Did you
I'm
guys
not-
ever? Come on now.
Well, I want to hear what happened with Roger Stone.
Did you? Oh yeah, we'll go back to Roger Stone. But did you guys ever get in those beds and test them out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, not certain things, not the whole shebang, but like other
Gotcha.
gratifying things.
Yeah, I got
I kind of don't know what that means.
You don't either.
Anyway, so when you pretended to be the paparazzi with Roger Stone, like, was it only
Yeah.
you or is there other actors?
It was just me. It was me with a early mid 2005 camcorder, and I was just hanging out by the luggage carousel. And he stuck out like a sore thumb. And as soon as he came around around the corner. I was like, oh, because I've watched a lot of I watched
so
some
cringe to
TMZ
me.
just so know that I knew what to ask, and I was just every question was like Bubba the Love Sponge related.
But
Like,
you
what
warm
are
them up
doing?
first. Hold on. When you're paparazzi, you warm them up first. You usually do the thing
Right.
where you're like,
Hey,
hey, Roger,
Roger.
love the glasses, love
Yeah,
the glasses.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Judge Doom, Judge Doom. You do that. And you yell
Yeah, yeah.
and then he's like, hey, and then you're like, hey, oh, man, you
Yeah,
look great.
Then,
Hey.
then you hit him with something,
Yeah,
the hard balls.
You gonna go to Disney? You gonna go to Disney? Hey, hey, you gonna go to Epcot?
Then I created a fake email and I sent them a link to
It's too much
the
work.
video and stuff.
For nothing.
And yeah, but no, every major like local news network in Tampa covered it.
Oh,
And-
we got to do this.
Oh,
then.
what did you sent it to all the
The
TMZ.
news, yes, I sent it to Fox, CBS, NBC, CBS. I sent it to all of them, and they picked it up.
We gotta start doing this.
This, I mean, I was laughing at it, but
no. It's
GD, brilliant.
This is why. No, honestly, I'll give
It
the guy
is,
a
yeah.
compliment.
Never
This
even-
is-
It's brilliant, though.
This
I
is
mean,
why Bubba the Love Sponge is that guy, because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knows how to do and manipulate these. These guys have been doing this. I was
Yeah, yeah.
cursed. They've been doing this for forever.
Yeah, and by the way, everybody's doing this.
Except for us. We
We should be.
don't have time
We
to do
should've-
it. We are so good at ruining our own show. We have no time
Hold
to make
on.
it better.
We started turning away interviews about the Bob Saget thing.
Yeah.
I know. We should. Well, we could send Tuddle out. I mean,
I would do it. I have nothing going on.
I don't know. He's all businessy now. Look at him. Look how good he looks. He's like, go Gators. He's got like a collared shirt on. He's got a nice truck he drives now. He's in apparently an Apple store right now, broadcasting live with his brand new blue microphone. He's got better equipment than we have.
Rode. It's a blue. I feel kind of bad. I tried to get a Rode matching mic arm.
No, the
but,
blue one's more expensive. That arm that you are using right now is twice as expensive as the ones Tom made me buy. These ones are giving us cancer, guaranteed.
you know what we need though? We need a ride or die Tuddle.
What?
that we could.
No, wait. Don't get another Tuddle. I'm Tuddle.
Oh, what have you
Yeah,
done?
but I'm kind of
But you don't
afraid
like
of
our
you.
show.
I'm afraid of the real Tuddle.
You know how long? Listen, I mean,
It's
Tom
like what
and Dan
you
are so
do-
loyal.
No, hold
You know,
on.
We
listen,
need to
I'm-
find a Tuddle out
This
there.
is what you do.
No, you don't need to find a Tuddle. You need to find me. Listen,
No,
you know
hold
how
on,
many
hold on.
times,
You-
Sam, I
you-
tried to get you fired so I could take over the producing job, and they're so loyal they won't do it.
But
I don't
you-
think that's the reason
but
they
you-
would do it.
you
They're
burn-
not that loyal.
You burn really hot, my man. Follow
Sam
me with
knows.
this. When you're
That's why we keep her around. She knows our true self.
Yeah.
you burn so hot. It's almost like it's like a real NFL jersey versus a replica.
Mm-hmm.
We need close.
But we don't want to get too
But
close to
I'm
the
not
sun.
spending
Yeah.
$275 for a jersey. It's too much. I don't need a real Julio Jones jersey. I need like
It's
just
Walmart special. I can be Walmart jersey.
We could get Remy to do it.
No, F Remy. Remy.
Whoa,
Good as I
wow.
am.
Oh, let's have a Remy versus Tuddle.
you don't want to do that. Tuddle takes it way too seriously with Kill Remy.
That's
Tuddle-
probably true.
But are you still, because now you got your own thing going on, your business Tuddle.
Have you
got
looked
all
at him?
your,
Look at the way his hair is combed. He looks great.
like you got. You're
Why
not.
do you always look? Listen, Tom. I've offered to work for you for free to help out the show, and you look for every excuse why not to bring me around. You hate me that much?
Oh.
Like I'm offering to do this I'll do it for plugs for my show.
No, here's why I can't. I can't do it, Tuddle, because I know you've offered me a million times. You're like, hey, I'll do these free stuff. And then, but I remember how radio used to do it, where they would promise the world to a bunch of people, or at least string them along and then have them work an incredible amount of free time and effort and putting themselves out there, embarrassment, all this stuff. And then I can't just be like, no, I'll move on. I would feel horrible if I couldn't eventually pay you for all the work you put into. And then, so if we couldn't,
Excuses.
I would feel bad. I'm just saying. The excuse is I don't want to do that to you.
What about a trial period? You're good with this. You
I can't
dangle the
because
carrot for a little
No,
bit.
I can't do it because I will feel too bad.
What about case by case? What if you
He's
paid
saying
him?
he loves you too much.
Yeah.
What if you- what if
that's
you-
it. It's you, not me.
He doesn't
Oh,
want
no,
to hurt
no, it's
you.
me. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
sorry.
it's you, not
I
me.
said the
It's
truth.
never been me. It's always been you.
I said the truth back.
Yeah, you mixed it up.
It's me. It's my thing, Tuddle, is the reason why.
Listen, I'll just be down here in the gutter.
You're
just
not
hanging
in the
out with
gutter.
all the
You're
other
better than
podcasters.
you've ever done.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
is the podcast going, by the way? How's it going?
I had my greatest week this week. These guys, they're called the Legion of Dude, that they love to raid people's chat rooms and stuff. And they came in my chat room the other night. They just pick random live streams, and they thought I
Legion
was
of
like,
dudes.
yeah. And they thought they were going to just come in and mess with me and stuff. And they thought like I was going to start banning people, or I was going to like.
Oh,
and-
it's like a professional troll club.
Oh.
Now we have troll clubs. Now they're just.
Oh, they just go around and bully people's broadcasts. They
Exactly.
pick the wrong broadcast and totally he lights up.
Yeah, literally.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
So
You
like,
could be the king of that
You
club.
really are the king of the dudes.
but I gained like 500 subscribers on YouTube, and you
Oh,
know,
I need
like
that.
when somebody like discovers your podcast, they're going to go back and listen to your whole catalog and stuff. I shouldn't call it catalog; it's just a bunch of audio on random.
When people call it a
podcast.
catalog, I think they're dead.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean? Like it's almost like it's go back to our entire catalog. We're dead.
Do you think any rich guy will buy the Tuddle Daily podcast catalog if I blow my brains out like here in Edgewater?
No, because that's what people do in Edgewater. If you follow along,
Yeah.
But
you gotta be unique.
50 hold on, let me. I had over 52,000 downloads this week.
Wow.
God damn, that's more than us.
Was it all the Legion of Dudes?
I think so, because they went back and probably listened to a lot of my shows and stuff.
Hey, they're talking about us. Turn it up. He's talking about the dudes.
And they may like, because I feel like with the amount of broadcast experience you have and your propensity to entertain at all times and say whatever you're feeling,
Whatever it
like
takes. Yeah.
these guys probably are like, oh, this guy's cool. It was
Unfiltered, yeah.
It was a reason why we keep getting requests, like somehow figure out how to get Tuddle Talk back on the radio. Like people loved it.
They loved it.
I still,
Why don't you help me out? No, you love me too much.
Well,
I
That's-
send an email and everybody's afraid.
No, he's already promised
Yes.
radio shows to Jolly.
Yes.
He promised a radio show to D-Rug.
Yes.
So you got two black guys in
You're
front
on
of
a
you.
waiting list.
Yeah, and you know, like, there's no way you're getting the show before the black guys because there's too many white guys doing shows. What? That's just true. You know that's
I mean,
true.
I mean, it's in the works.
I mean, I have no problem painting my face, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God! Why would you even say that?
The Legion of Dudes like that.
Yeah,
Jeff.
they did.
Yeah, they did.
They
That's
did.
what they're there
The
for.
dudes gave it a don't look me in the eyes thumbs up.
That's how you get more followers.
I'm sorry.
So, Tuddle, what else is going on? I know.
How's your romantically? I
And
feel
not
like
good.
the only way to keep you from killing yourself and others
You need
is
another slump buster.
Yeah, you gotta
Don't say that.
exactly. You gotta get yourself another brown bikini if you know what I mean.
You know, like I don't know, like you know, like when you've had bad experiences, it kind of like kills your confidence and stuff. I really have had a couple of them because. Listen, I stress out, you know, after losing my dad and stuff, you know, I'm an only child. Daniel, you know
Yeah,
what it is.
I do.
Like being an only child and stuff.
do.
But you got a wife, you got a kid and stuff. I don't
Tom's
have
got
any-
corona, I feel like. That was the lumpiest cough.
well, we shared that drink earlier.
Thank God I didn't
I
sip
know.
after you guys.
And Maisie
One of
has
the moves.
been cough crazy. Fever.
Oh, you got the move cough.
Oh. Go ahead.
So I've been kind of like, you know, stressing out about trying to find somebody to be with and stuff like that. You know,
You gotta
I
go
just need
old.
to- What that?
You gotta go old. A
I've
lot
been-
of younger,
They're lonely, too.
A lot of younger guys that get desperate. You gotta go like 20 years older than yourself. You gotta
No, I
find
mean-
yourself. You gotta find yourself in
Tuddle,
extreme old.
I feel like that, you know, most of my interactions with you are on the air, and then
Because you're not a real friend.
no,
Like you don't go to any of the.
I had a text conversation here and there with Tuddle, and
No, but you're a GD liar. You really.
Oh wow!
No, I look. I mean, look. Can we be real here, Tom? Like,
I don't know. Is
seriously.
he funny or not? I don't know. I can't tell.
I was
anymore.
gonna give you a compliment.
No, you know, the compliments you give me are backhanded at best. I mean, if I'm just throwing it out there,
Okay.
like,
All right, be
I
real.
always look. I mean, there's nothing you could do that would make me like truly mad at you, Tom.
Oh, that's good to know.
All right, I'll write that down.
But-
Get out of jail free.
back to being, kind of like a battered woman. Like I just come back more and more. But dude, you never do not even try to lie and say that you ever. When was the last time you texted? Because I keep all my text messages and I can go back.
You know he does. He keeps them receipts.
Yeah. We were texting back and forth about the great St. Johns River paddleboat challenge.
Never happened.
Like a year ago.
Which never happened.
I know, because I said, well, you got to plan it out and get, my
No, veto.
my sponsors are wavering because they don't think it's possible, and they think, and you're like, I'll just do it. I'm like, I need more of a plan, because they're like, you'll never.
Yeah.
The sponsor's like, he'll never. He can't go out
Hey,
there.
Tuds, he did say that he needed more of a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, look, he just said that he would feel bad, like if I was doing a whole bunch of extra work and stuff, and he wanted me to come up with a plan and all this stuff. No, man, you can't have it both ways.
He only wants
Tom.
you to do extra work when it benefits him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, again, Samantha got it.
A point for Samantha.
I've worked here a long time.
On the board.
6 years for free, Tuddle.
And I think I texted you the other day when you were saying something. I forgot. It's in there.
Okay, yeah.
It's in there.
When you were
Is
saying
your
something.
other day like considered like 6 months ago, 7 months ago? Like seriously, Tom.
The other
be
day
honest, man.
can mean
Yeah.
anything. Right?
Any day
Yes,
now.
that's correct.
Yeah, like
Especially since 2020, any day could be the past 2 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, and also, I always support all your things.
No.
what things?
He doesn't even know what you have.
What things?
The Tuddle Daily Podcast.
What's
Tuddle Dilly.
Tuddle Dilly.
Tuddle Dilly.
What's his producer's name?
Tuddle Dilly.
What's his
Vulture.
Vulture. You were gonna call it
Okay.
Buzzard.
Although
weren't
I
you?
need to email him back, because I feel like he emails me a lot, and I'm like, I'll
If
get
you
to
a
it.
business proposal, you just basically probably put right in the.
That was 2 years
trash
ago.
folder. Yeah.
No, I meant to email him back. I'm like, I'll get the Vulture. But he was saying like, hey, what about that terrestrial radio thing you promised Tuddle? And I was
Yeah.
like, I'll get to him.
And how about there's two black guys in front of us? You promised them too.
Yeah. And I sent the email to Jack. I was like, hey, did I send that email?
Oh,
No,
no,
you
that's a
did,
dead
and then
end.
Jack never replied. Yes,
No,
I wrote yes.
yeah.
Jack ignored your email.
Yeah.
So we're at dead end. We got nothing.
Yeah. I
No,
sent it.
no. I see. I know. I'll talk about that off the air, because I did have a conversation with boss man Jack, and it was.
What'd he say?
I mean, I don't know if I should talk about this. Like,
You definitely
No.
should.
all right. There was a show on Real Radio that wanted me to come back. One of the hosts wanted me to come back.
Oh, I know which one.
Oh, I know which one
which
too.
one.
I know which one too. Yep.
You heard it here first.
You were gonna come in.
Again
You were
for
gonna
the
play.
second time?
You were gonna
You
be.
told me to talk about
That's
it.
like the third or fourth.
You were
isn't
gonna
it?
be
Yeah.
playing
What was it,
the
fourth
role.
time?
You were gonna be playing the role of Jimmy's son. You were gonna play little Jim Colbert. Little
Anyway,
Jim.
Jack was the one that called me and told me, because the host went to the other show members and was like, hey, he's not coming back. He's not going to be on the payroll. He's going to come on and do some stuff to promote his podcast. And they had the show members voted on it. And everybody except one.
I know who it is.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it was Jimmy that said no. Jimmy's like, not on my show. I had a good show.
I didn't mean to get you guys
All
in
right, we'll stop
You're
talking.
not
No.
going to get us into trouble.
Not
We're-
getting us in trouble.
Nah, we're
Hey,
messing
what's
around.
gonna happen to us?
Not my deal. I'm not on that email.
I don't even look at my emails. You know that. Anyway, so back to your love life, Tuddle. I feel like now your business, Tuddle, you have your place.
Nice car, nice place, nice setup, nice podcast.
You have 52,000 listeners, more than Tom and Dan.
No.
I feel like you can easily pick up a lady.
You would think so.
Are you on the dating apps?
Yeah, those are, look, man, I do those. I get on all those dating apps. I do them, and like everybody I get are just like beast and everything. And
Okay.
I just,
What if we
yeah.
set up the profile? What if you let us take it?
I'll let you guys do it if you want to.
All right,
I'm-
let's do it.
I
That's good.
think
That's a
me-
very sponge move.
Yeah, I'm feeling my inner sponge right now. I'm feeling very
You wanna do a
spongy.
subtle dating game?
We can
Tuddle
do that. We
dating
did it
game.
with Seth.
Yeah. Will you come in for that?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll even
I look
call
for-
myself Little Danny's Love Sponge or something.
We need,
yeah.
we needed another BDM special for BDM Appreciation
There we
Week.
go.
Yeah.
And we were going to do it on 420.
Tender Tuddle.
Will you
Let's
do-
book Tuddle.
Yeah,
but
we're
we got to
gonna-
get ladies, though. We got to get contestants.
Are we gonna do a dating game? Let's do a
Yeah.
live sex show.
Man,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
can't show
know
it
I
on
have no
Twitch,
problem.
but we'll watch it.
Yeah, let's just do it. It's just sounds.
Well,
it's
yeah.
ASMR.
Can we
it's
put-
ASMR.
Can we put it on something?
On just our faces,
What if
our
I
reaction.
what if I just video with my phone and then the listeners ask me? I'll text it to you.
What do we
Well,
email?
only BDMs only.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
mediums only. I will text you the video of you with a slam hog.
There was a bit that they
Slam
wanted,
hog.
Stop.
remember the one some of the really bad bit they wanted to film me hooking up with a real life sex doll and film it.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
Now we're talking.
Can we get a
serious.
slam hog doll made?
Yes.
Slam doll. So it's an ugly chungus doll we get made. It's a slam hog doll. That way we're not hurting anybody's feelings. It's the only way you can do it. And then we can yell at the doll. We're like, how gross you are, doll. Yeah.
I'll throw a balloon in.
And now looking back on it, I probably should have done it because it was towards the end of my marriage, and I was like, I probably shouldn't do this.
And
it
then
was
this is my
money.
favorite. This is my favorite part of when Tuddle talks about him. He used to be married. Is that he and his wife? Like when you look at their wedding, it was fairy tale. Like literally, like supermodel wedding.
And, you
Absolutely,
know,
like Tom
looking back
Brady's
on-
wedding.
So
I just think about all the money I wasted.
No, stop.
So they wanted you to make
Yeah.
love to a
Make
real
love.
doll and
And,
film it.
Make love means you kiss his hand.
Yeah.
and we're,
My chérie.
and were they gonna just release it to the listeners? How was that gonna work?
I think they were gonna put it on like BubbaRaw.com.
Oh,
Oh, we
yeah,
got Tom and Dan Raw. Write that down. Write down T&D Raw.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or Unchained, right?
yeah.
Unchallenged, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Unchallenged,
After
Unchained,
Dark.
Right, all
After
that.
Dark.
Then
yeah.
write down the R word.
Yeah,
Wow.
and write not your mom and dad's radio show.
Yeah,
I mean,
D's nuts.
I mean, it was
Put a
it was
D's
15
nuts on it.
It was $1,500.
Oh, that's how they're gonna pay you?
Yeah, those dolls are expensive. I think I could actually buy a slam hog for cheaper than.
We got to go to
Slam
Jolly's back pages
Oh,
website.
Jolly back pages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then we make it.
There's some reasonable prices
The
on there.
person look like a doll. That's cheaper than a
You
doll.
dress like a doll.
Like Raggedy Andy or
Yeah.
something?
No, just so that
Put
people
your
don't think it's real.
Put your yarn wig back on.
Oh, I would look right now. I'm pretty desperate. So, like, if you would, plug the hell out of my show and stuff, I would definitely make love to a real doll.
Wait, all we got to do is plug your show, and you'll come in here and make love to a real doll. We can video it and release it to all of our listeners.
Now, Sam, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if like I go crazy, right? And I'm like,
I think we're close.
We're getting pretty close
Yeah.
after the past 2 weeks.
do it.
Yeah.
We're very
never gonna do
close.
and then I'm like, let's do this. This is the way.
Yeah.
And then I see the BDM
This is
number.
the way for what, though?
But like the gain BDM members, right?
Right.
Like,
Do the Slam Hog
You think they're
videos?
going to sign up just to see the video?
I think they would.
I think they would.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
would.
like-
It would be the most awkward like video of all time.
How do
Yeah.
we even host that? I mean, what do we even? I don't want that anywhere near my equipment.
I
don't.
want you guys to like
Pornhub?
do
Air
play like golf announcers.
Yeah.
Like you guys are just like
Do we do
totes
book
going.
airatnd.com? It's the splash page.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Tuddle will 100% do this. like
Yeah.
I almost spit my drink.
no
out.
doubt.
I'm not doubting that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
In the broad daylight on our couch, like middle of the day, and
Oh, yeah.
no
The-
problem.
The 5 kids upstairs can hear it.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll hear them. They can't hear us.
So if that happened, would you watch it or you get up and leave and then never
Do
come
you quit
back?
the show? What do you do?
I don't know. I think I'll give her the old try, and we'll see how.
You know what I would do?
Okay,
I'll tell you what I would do.
If he starts looking at me in my eyeballs, I gotta go.
I would
yeah.
turn slowly to my
Show the
computer.
doll
and-
attention.
I would turn slowly to my computer and check my email like I always do in here. I'm just like, "Ugh."
Wait, you don't think people would want to watch that?
Not to
Like,
the end.
you know,
They'll watch like 2 seconds. They'll be like, all right.
No, I think they'll want to watch it, but I'm saying for us in the room, I'm.
Are
like,
you gonna be able to watch it? You're the most awkward one of us all.
I don't
think you
know.
could. I think you'd
I would
freak out.
definitely watch it.
I mean,
What if you watch it and you start sweating or your nipples get hard or something?
once it started, I think I would be like, no, stop.
Yeah, I think you would.
Like, I'd be like, you can't.
Yeah, but I'd have to say no. Continue. don't listen to him. It'd be
I
like
could
two
power
wizards.
through.
It'd be like two wizards battling, and I'd be trying to get him to complete the ceremony, and you'd be trying to get him to stop. It's like some adventure movie,
Because I would be like, this has gone too far.
and I'd be
it's
like,
actually
no,
happening.
let him get out the spell, so we summon the demon. You know.
Once I get started, you're not stopping me.
Yeah, I kind of think about that too. It's like once it's set in motion, it's like you can't stop it.
So I did have this thought, Tuddle, and I don't know, say you do meet that right slam hog.
That special slab hog.
I'm sorry.
Do I get to keep the slam hog?
No,
Do I get to
okay,
take it home?
we shouldn't say that. We're people getting
Well,
mad.
that's not.
Yeah.
There's no gender attached.
No,
to that.
yeah.
That could be anybody.
Yeah.
I can be a slam hog. You want to slam me around? Slam me.
Anyway, so
I get to keep a deal.
Yeah, you have to keep it. We're not going to return it.
The doll?
Yeah.
I don't know. I bet we could. We could probably get a floor model.
So
I don't think
what
so.
I'm saying is, you eventually get married, you have kids,
To
right?
the
Because-
doll? You are crazy. God, this
To a real
this
person.
guy's nuts.
and say you have kids. I have recently started thinking about like my sons now as like they get more and more into technology and they learn like how to surf YouTube and like also how to text and like
You're getting afraid about counterparts popping up?
No, well, I'm thinking about all the stuff, the video, which I never cared about. I was like, who cares? My kids.
Yeah, you've said that forever.
But as now they get older and they start to get more mature,
Sure.
I'm seeing it because I was thinking of them as babies before, and I'm like, they're not going to care. Like it was hard for me imagining them as like teenagers or adults seeing the stuff
Yeah.
with adult eyes.
Yeah.
And now that it's getting closer and closer, because they will see it. It's on the internet. And I'm like, man, that I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing. I think, will my sons think less of me watching these things?
God, you have some.
I got them.
I googled Drunky the Bear before the show, and there's not a lot of pictures
always
of
does.
you up there.
I know, and like I'm clown makeup. I got a bikini on.
The worst
They're all gone.
one.
They're all gone.
The worst
What?
one is the.
he said they're all gone.
I don't think they are.
No,
I got
they're-
one of him doing a
Drunky the
backflip.
Bear, and there's not many pictures of you up there. I swear to God.
There's a lot of YouTube videos. The images, like I got the sweet spot before a lot of the images got uploaded. But it's on YouTube. Like,
God, this
Oh
one,
yeah, if you click videos instead of images,
man, this
I got
one,
a bunch.
This one, you definitely were fluffing yourself before you got out there.
Well, yeah, right, but no, I
Why
put
are
a-
you pointing straight
we got
out?
Drunky the Bear at Las Spadas.
This is the one you should be worried about. This one looks like you're
Yeah.
leading the charge of like sexual predators. You're like, we're gonna
What
storm
did you
the-
stuff in there?
Is that the one with him in the green jacket?
No, that's the
Or
one
you-
I was on
He's
stage.
in blue panties.
And I got it was a Speedo on with a sock stuffed in there.
Oh, I remember that
doing
one.
stand-up comedy in front of a Predators game because I
I never
lost.
had that
Oh,
problem.
I like
until-
this one.
Yeah.
I like
lost
this one
a
where
bet.
you look like a fat bag boy.
See, well, that was not that bad because
Hold on, I'm putting this up for
it's
the.
like I'm doing a hard-working American job.
Yeah, if you're here, Tuds, this is for you. This is for Tuddle. Look at that fat bag boy. Oh my God!
And why did you always look
Why
so
are you
greasy?
putting my cans with my eggs, you idiot? You look like Fat Publix.
Why did you always look so like greasy?
You were
Working a
so
fryer.
greasy.
Yeah, poor. I didn't take a shower. So
Oh.
Also, I remember that day, and I told Crystal this the other night because I thought how funny this was. I used to have the picture of my buddy the Wizards, like when he called me, was that like Timmy nude man card of the guy
Yes.
pointing his B down between his legs
Yes.
or whatever, standing. What was that?
Oh, this is the video of you
The
singing.
video of you performing on set.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that.
You also have a necklace on, which is awesome. You have a big gold necklace on.
Don't play that.
You
Look at them thighs.
You look like Young Gravy. Remember the rapper Young Gravy? You look like Young Gravy.
No definition at all. Like you don't know where like your pecs
Smooth,
begin
baby.
and your like abs end them again. It's just like one roundness.
Well, I didn't work out back then. 20.
Your legs
7
looked
years
good.
old.
Now they're sticks.
Yeah.
laying-
As I
laying pretty
age,
nice.
You know who you look like? Edwin McCain.
Yes.
And I'll be your crying shoulder. Yeah, you look
Yeah,
like
you
Edwin
do.
McCain.
Anyway, back to Tuddle. So all these things.
He's like, get off of me.
Deflect.
Are you afraid of your future children finding all the videos of you? Because you've done more extreme radio stunts than I have.
Never gonna have kids.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe one in Fort Myers. Was,
Uh-oh.
Man,
Tuddle
would yank some tail too. These strippers he would run through. My God, this guy was an animal.
You say that, but you could. I mean, let's say you're 55. You could have a kid at 55. You know, like you start dating a 35-year-old, and you know she gets pregnant. And you're like, I'm established already. My podcast is good. Like I got it. Everything's good.
Do you want kids? Is that something you think about?
I mean, it would be nice, but that area of my body took a lot of torture in Tampa. If you know what I mean. So
it's like when any warrior in a warrior movie takes his shirt off, you see all the scars, and then usually the girl's like, "It's okay," and like she'll touch his back or something, and he'd be like, "It's okay, you can reveal your wounds to me." You need somebody that's gonna be nice around all the scars around your genitals.
I got hit with a kendo stick right in between the legs with the Dudley boys, right in the genitals.
Yep.
Wrestlers hit you with a stick? Well, that's weird for radio.
Why do wrestlers always hit radio guys with sticks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, now I'm depressed.
What about, okay, this is going to sound crazy. Don't hang up. What about some of your mom's friends?
I mean, we are living in a 55-plus community.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. The HOA's been sending out letters to people that got mildew on the side of their manufactured homes.
You just go there and scrub it off until you find one that's got the nice big bolt-ons and
$60 tip. I washed one with my shirt off, and the other one I kept the shirt on, and I got a bigger tip when I went shirtless.
Tuddle, we talked about this before.
Gigolo in a 55 plus community, you could end up having your pick of any woman you want.
Because some of these old ladies, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars,
millions,
and it just sits there and does nothing, and all their greedy grandkids are waiting for them to die so they can get the inheritance, and you got to swoop in there.
You got to take them out on the town, take them to sun on the beach, do some line dancing.
Ocean deck.
Take them to the ocean deck.
You go to the raw oyster bars.
Little Storm and Norman karaoke. Or Caribbean Sweat is playing at the ocean deck. You got Caribbean Sweat and Storm and Norman's karaoke. Take them down there, show them a good time, buy them a light up pink cowboy hat, and you're off to the races.
Tuddle needs a boat. Tuddle, can you get a boat, like some sort of John boat or whatever? You start cruising, disappearing island.
My dad's boat, man.
Oh, you got your dad's boat. See,
that's nice. Jack plate, tunnel haul. It's good.
So
we got to get him out there.
That's what you need. You need to start cruising.
You need a beach hog. I don't know what those are. Sand hogs. So you need a sand hog, not a slam hog. You need a sand hog.
But would it be great though? I am in the best shape of my life right now. I could be out getting super tan. I could just be cruising down the Indian River or the Intercoastal.
Yeah.
I think it would be great. Get old style Oakley blades.
I got some for you. I got some for you. Yeah, man.
I mean,
this is what you need to do.
Because you're old school Florida, Tuddle. You know how to weld. You have everything that a real Florida man.
You do.
All the knowledge, you could build stuff, and you're a talker, and you're not afraid of anything. I think you're the perfect Florida brown tan boatman.
Brown tan boatman.
And if I could, the thing about the older ladies, they probably got a lot of prescriptions. Like when I go to use the bathroom, I could go, check it, because old people keep their prescriptions.
One for you and one for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't do them anymore.
Yeah, one blood thinner for you and one for my back pain.
Yeah, but that's how you slide back into old Tuddle. You got
taking them.
You got too much going on now.
That's true.
Then all of a sudden. One pain bill. You're like, one.
You can't play it loose. You can't play it loose. You'll lose control.
Yeah. Then
flush all your slam hogs down the toilet.
Then we get a text from a BDM cop he's here again.
Yeah, and he doesn't want help.
And we're like, oh God. Anyway,
snort a blue meanie right now.
Oh man, you and me both.
So, all right, Tuddle, plug your podcast. It's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Plug your podcast. Tuddle Daily Podcast. It's available on all podcasting platforms: iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I could go on and on about.
It's amazing that you're allowed back on iHeart. It's absolutely fascinating that you're on there.
Can anybody get on there?
Yeah.
Like you just you just submit it and they just say you're on here.
Like even podcast for
It's like being on the internet. Right?
no competitors are on there. Like Drew isn't Drew Garabo's not an iHeart.
Bubba's on there.
Yeah, Bubba's on there. Anybody's on there. Remy's on there. Remy's on iHeart Radio.
Is it they just said we'll take anybody?
Yeah.
You would think
Yes.
that they would say like
No.
only our what?
No,
What's
they
the-
don't care.
What's the
They're
plan?
Farming it out.
It helps them
I thought
together.
you said they're farting it out.
It's the sharecropping of radio. You know, you're just taking somebody's show and making a profit off of it. And
Because-
that's exactly how it is.
Because I guess you're getting the hits, right? So I
You
heard
want
like-
everything because if somebody uses your website and they like it, they're more apt to stay there than they would to be to jump to something else. You know?
and you could show the numbers. You're like, look how much numbers.
And look what we offer. Look, we offer
Look
everything,
how much
right?
numbers.
Like we
How
offer.
much number?
That's what I do.
I'm also a Twitch partner now, like because when I do my live show, you can catch that on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch and YouTube. YouTube.com/ it's all Tuddle, Tuddle. Just search it on any of the streaming platforms. You can catch the show live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m.
There you go.
So is he the same level as us on Twitch? Same?
I'm a
Oh, that
partner
doesn't
now.
seem very special for us. Like you just what they just give those out too?
What,
Like, anybody?
Well, he's been working on it for a while. We were too. You know,
It's gonna be. Look, man, we're really gonna have a heart to heart talk when we like see each other in person.
I know what that means. That means you guys go outside and fight at the barbecue. That's what I know that. When
No, I'm just saying though, like the disrespect. Like I know that I said that there's nothing you can do to make me bad, but it's gonna build and build and build. It's valving off.
he's being
valving
serious
off.
now.
I'm gonna explode on you, like seriously.
Oh, don't
I
Let me know
explode.
when you raid the studio, so I'm absent that day.
I haven't done anything.
Don't explode on us, bro.
I haven't done anything.
I've already I have a plan. Dan and Samantha are safe.
Okay, go.
Yes,
oh
thank
my
God.
God, this is like Squid Game. I'm
All
safe. I'm
right.
like that old man.
no, no.
Daniel says the most jokes about you. He says them all the time.
Yeah, he's Volusia County, DeLeon,
Yeah.
DeLeon. So he's
I
in
get a
that area,
pass.
but I've already crafted a spinning wheel with certain methods
Like a torture
of your
device.
Tom.
Oh my
that
God.
I will spin, and people will call in like, "Hey, can I spin the wheel of death?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And I do. Like I got like quick and easy ways, long and painful. Like I mean, we've trust me, I've thought about this.
All right, that's
I
a good
will-
ending spot.
I will judge you by your wheel.
Yeah, he does.
If it looks like you didn't put that much effort into it, I'll tell you.
Either
about
get the letters professionally printed. Don't be getting a Sharpie and writing, like Tase's balls on there. That's not going to work.
Oh no! I have taken some when we were spring cleaning. He had like 5 wheels at the BRN that I just
You
took. So it's
stole
really nice one.
death wheel from Bubba the Love Sponge.
Well, it wasn't a death wheel; it was a wheel of sex stuff. Because
Dry erase wheel.
We had a certain Olympics with some cam girls, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, OnlyFans Olympics. What are you doing?
I like the market.
40-meter butt fart.
The market
No,
for
it
people
was-
that buy spinning wheels is like an insurance agency that does like events.
Yeah.
And
DJs.
shock jocks. Nowhere in between.
No, these girls were going for distance, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, on that note,
Yep. Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Indeed.
Find it. Subscribe. Tuddle, we'll talk to you next month, okay?
All right.
All right. Don't sound so sad.
Okay.
So it's time I talk to you. Like we have passed like 10 years worth, and then I went to Tampa, and you just like don't even know me anymore. I don't even know Tom.
No, then you
Yeah.
came back and said, "Hey, how you doing?" What
Yeah.
do you think? I was like, "Hey, like, let's do
It was
something."
very uncomfortable. Like some girl that you hooked up with one time, and you run into her in a grocery store, and it's all awkward and stuff. That's how it is every single time with me and you.
Well, we have an awkward energy when we come together.
It is. It's big awkward
Yeah, that's what he's
energy.
saying.
Yeah, you're agreeing with him. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's your fault because I can be normal.
Oh, victim blaming.
Well, because you're
You've
awkward.
been doing this a lot lately where you're like, it's not me at all. It's all you
That's
guys.
you, not me.
Yeah, I can do it. I promise you.
All right, Tuddle. We'll talk to you next month.
Sorry, I ruined your show.
Okay. I
he's
I'm
out.
gonna text you.
Yeah.
I always text him.
Now
I
we
say,
gotta
"Hey, it's a
do
good
the
job."
text. They're like, "Hey, it was great," and he's like, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "No, it was good. I promise."
You always
He's like,
do that.
"I'm sorry." I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, it's fine. It's good. It's
I am
good.
trapped in Groundhog Day now. I know I'm gonna have to send him that text. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Well, Tom just is it real or not real? I'm like, I don't know. Are you real or not real?
And then I say, I'm like, oh, it's there. That's always. All right. Bye bye.